Okay, we're off to a pretty good start here. I've already got my dark tiles up to a max of 3. We've gone 49 spaces. We have 86 rolls left. I'm going to put just a little bit into the lights for now, just in case we screw it up, which I'm likely to do. But we got to keep rolling now, getting any points we can. I'm going to lean heavily on the dark side this time, because this chess piece will also help me play into that and give me the energy we need to keep on rolling. I'm actually getting strangely lucky this time. I'm going to buy the darks. We're going to re-roll the shop as soon as we get an actual 30 points, which is actually very soon. We got all light tiles in the shop, so we're going to re-roll that and at least get a single dark, which is going to be very important. Obviously, our energy is going to turn into rolls for only 1. So this is what we needed. Every 10 dark tiles gain 3 energy. That's a good start because we're going to go probably mostly dark tiles. As long as the shop plays ball and gives us upgrades. The darks are giving us an average of 3 and a maximum of 5, so they can carry us for a while. We got 80 points, so the shop's going to re-roll. There's some more darks. Even now, it's definitely going to put some energy back on, and we got more options. This one's kind of interesting too, building plan. Every time you roll the same value 3 times in a row, gain plus 12 energy. If we can manipulate our die to always roll 6s, then that could actually get us tons of energy. Gonna upgrade the darks again. They're expected 4 with a maximum of 6. We've got 203 spaces. We have 55 rolls currently, so we're feeling pretty good. So we're going to keep rolling. I do kind of want... That multiplier is not really going to be right for us because that will multiply the light side, which is going to be essentially nothing. But our energy and rolls are staying up so far, so this is feeling pretty confident so far. For 125, we're going to turn the 5 into a 6. That way we're likely to roll 6s. And if we roll that several times in a row, extra energy. Well, we're getting plenty of common dark upgrades, and that's perfectly fine by me. We still need the base value. Multipliers can come later. Okay, so we've officially got the thing. So if we roll the same value 3 times in a row, 12 energy, which translates to much more rolls. We also need to start turning everything to the dark side as well. So we're going to need to upgrade the shop for 500. We also got 15 energy there. I think our thing actually did trigger there, so that's great. And we get a rare die, so we're going to turn the 4 into a 5, and next is going into a 6. And then we'll get the 3 in a row all the time. Still not really getting any good multipliers. That's okay. We'll maybe do the darks up one more time for now. We really need to save up for more die. There was 2 6s in a row. Can we do it again? Not quite, but we're getting closer and closer every time. And a roll like that definitely helps. So one more 5 is turning into a 6. Now half of the die rolls are going to be 6s. The lowest tile in every roll is multiplied by 4. The problem is we got such low light tiles that that's basically going to turn into 2 points. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Well, we're going to try and eliminate the white tiles altogether. That's a high risk, high reward. We can make that work. And they say copy isn't dangerous. But that's what I call a happy accident. We can make anything work. Like, see, we had a 0, so we would multiply that and that would be 0. Just keep going with raw confidence. Wow, that was 2 1s in a row, so that didn't feel particularly good. Speaking of which, we're going to turn the 1 into a 2. Because at least now we have a better chance of rolling 2s in a row. But there's a 6, there's a 2, there's a 3, there's a 3, and a 6. What I need is a dark tile multiplier. This one is actually kind of tempting at this point just to get anything going. Okay, instead I re-rolled the shop, and that paid off because we now get a dark multiplier. So instead of expected 7, we get expected 14, so that doubled. I also really need to start turning these all into dark tiles, so we got to get that going as well. We did finally get our multiplier thing though, so like that was 0 times 4, which is functionally useless for now. But the longer we go, the more good we're going to do. That was 2 6s in a row, then it turns into a 3. It's still hard to land that properly. We're not getting particularly lucky yet. I don't know if I should upgrade the die right now. I also need to push more here on the dark tiles that just aren't showing up, but there we go. We got a bunch of energy there. We're going to re-roll the shop. I need the dark ones. We're going to upgrade the shop just for the re-roll. There it is. That's what we need. These are all really good. As soon as I can manage to start turning more dark tiles and getting rid of the light tiles altogether, we'll be in really good shape. Okay, so now we have a 55% chance to roll a dark tile. That means more energy for us. We need to eliminate the lights altogether. I don't know what this cooking pot thing is, but we're going to go that route mostly because we don't really have a choice. Now we need to turn... We'll just try and turn the 3 into another 6 as soon as we can. I think that's going to be the best odds for us because we're running out of rolls quickly. These 0s are really boning us. Okay, we got another one of these, so the 4 becomes a 5. The next one will become another 6, so then most of our dies are 6s, but we're running out of rolls. Okay, there we go. That 5 turns into a 6 now, and we just lost the run right as that was about to kick off. I've got what I think is a really good run going. We've gone 500 spaces, we've got 19 rolls left, and buying a light or dark upgrade has a 40% chance of giving the corresponding of the other side. Every time we roll a 6 or higher, we gain 4 energy. The lowest tile in every roll is multiplied by 4. And I've got the die like this, so we're often rolling over 6 already. So we finally got a nice balance, and the lowest roll being multiplied by 4 now is really, really strong. And I'm going to add 1 to the 5 to make it a 6. If I upgrade that once more, then half the time that we roll the dice, we get energy, which is really, really big. That turned into a 72, so we got to keep our minimum rolls up. There's an 80, so we're seeing a bit of a theme. We're going to upgrade the shop for 500. So upgrades are getting very, very easy for us to get currently. We're going to upgrade the 6 into a 7 here. So now half the time we're going to get energy, and we're going to turn that into rolls immediately because that's going to scale out later. Also a +6 to the dark tiles is huge. I guess technically it's a +3 because that triggers half the time, but if we also get that for the light side, which we didn't, but we're going to keep buying these rares every place we can. That was a simple 22, but it turned into a 88. This one's kind of useless because we need the balance here. We're not going to tip it one way or the other, so we're just going to go with whatever this one is. And we're going to turn some energy into rolls. I'm maybe going to buy this rare, that way we get +3 to either side. And that's going to make a pretty big difference because we just need to keep our minimums up. We also need to roll a lot more 7s than what we're doing now, and that feels a little better. Now I feel like we're rocketing up the points, and that's what we need to be doing, getting way ahead right now. We're going to upgrade the shop for 2000. There's an epic that puts +1 to all. Plus also a multiplier. I don't know, I've had very little for multipliers so far. We've been mostly worrying about energy, which is more important to be fair. So hopefully this corresponds to the other side, and it did. So now the expected is about 40 for either side, and the minimum roll is going to give us massive amounts of points. But I'm also going to do the epic die upgrade because that's just going to get us much more energy overall. Points aren't going to be super hard to come by for a while, like that jumped up to 132. This one's kind of interesting, 20% chance to roll the same die face as your previous roll. I mean, most of the die are kind of the same anyway, so that's perfectly fine. 715, we need to go 2500 here. We're going to buy this epic that's going to add +8 to light tiles. I wish that corresponded to the dark. But you know what? You can't have it all. We're just going to keep going. Wow, look at all the energy we're getting. I'm going to try to buy only epic upgrades right now. We didn't get the corresponding one there, but we will buy this one soon, and hopefully that's going to correspond. Either way, that 4 times multiplier is really working for us. 25 rolls currently. Okay, we're going to get a +8 and +8 to both sides. So the minimum is 48, and that's going to multiply times 4. So we're getting no less than 200 on a single tile. Maybe some more multipliers are going to be necessary. I was hoping that would correspond to the dark, but that's okay. We're just going to keep on going like this because look at all those points. Okay, the light's getting really big. Dark needs to catch up. We're getting pretty consistently into the hundreds here. On a very lucky roll, we could actually get not quite into the thousands yet, but we're getting close. There's another epic die, costs almost 4,000, but we can actually afford that fairly readily.
Upgrade to shop once for free upon pickup.
That's going to be good because that's an $8,000 upgrade we get for free. And in the meantime, we can upgrade all of the die faces, so they're getting no less than 3 at this point. And roll-wise, we're doing all right. We got 28. We still got a long ways to go, but we're getting definitely progressively stronger and tons of points, up to 6,000. So let's buy the epic and boost both sides. The minimum now is 90 for the darks. The darks need help. So let's give them the multiplier. Didn't correspond with the light, but now the dark minimum is 120. And it won't be long before we can give it an epic dark upgrade as well. Like almost instantly. That's, yep, now we can actually buy that. And it corresponded to the light anyway. So the minimum is 150. So we can roll no less than about 600. Lots of 3 digits coming up. So we're just going to keep on going. We need multipliers. Lots of 9 rolls as well. We need better artifacts is what we need. We could pay to upgrade the shop, but we're getting that for free momentarily. I did want to reroll the shop hoping for epic upgrades because they're not that much more expensive than rares and definitely worth it. There's +8 to both sides. So minimum is 180 now. So multiply that by 4 for the minimum we can get. There's another multiplier. Our energy is starting to get like we're going to need to start turning more energy into more rolls. That's why we need to make it to the shop and hopefully get some big die upgrades. Okay, so we buy this. The shop is now fully upgraded. We get a ×8 multiplier for both sides. 75% chance of that triggering, but that puts the minimum 184, so almost 800 for the minimum. The problem is that energy thing, so we're going to actually probably look for dice upgrades. We're making so many points, but we're just not getting the energy to really carry us further. 6 energy per extra roll now, so that's getting stupidly expensive. But that did give us 2,200 points in a single roll. I do need to re-roll the shop. We need die upgrades. We're going to fizzle out here shortly if we don't. For now, we're going to buy an epic dark upgrade. We just got too much money. I can't sit on that much money. But there's a bunch of energy, which turned into 1 extra roll only. There's the epic die upgrade, +1 to all die phases. We need to go further. We're going to buy another one of those for 14,000. Then we still got enough to buy like a ×8 multiplier for both sides. And we have almost enough to do it. Well, we now do have enough to do it for both sides. So now the minimum we can roll is 216 for the dark. And that's obviously going to multiply by 4. That turned whatever it was into 4,800. And we're going to turn that in. And hopefully this gives us more rolls. Doesn't look like it's going to, but your next 5 upgrades in the shop are free. I mean, they're getting pretty expensive. So that's actually like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of upgrades. There's an 11 roll, which is good. If we keep getting rolls like that, we might actually be able to make it reasonably far. And so far that's actually sort of working. These are getting expensive. That's only going to upgrade one side of the die, which actually is probably worth it considering how much money we have. Come on, we need die, not these things. We're running out of rolls. Okay, there's another one. Adds +1 because we need to go lots of spaces. The further we go, the better energy we're going to get back. Right, we didn't get any dice rolls. I'm going to get +6 to the dark multiplier, then a +8 to that side. So the minimum now is 620. So we got to catch the light side up suddenly, but we're getting so many points. Okay, I'm going to upgrade the die again. We just need to keep upgrading anything we can. If it's anything low, it's got to go up. They're already kind of getting high, but we need higher. Okay, I also have 5 free shop upgrades. Okay, well, the whites need to go up anyway because they're falling behind, and that corresponded to dark anyway. So the minimum we can roll is about 700 at this point. We're going to buy a multiplier there. I'm going to roll again because I want to re-roll the shop hoping for dice upgrades, which we're not getting. But there's a light upgrade that's going to correspond to dark upgrade. We're going to roll again. That gave us energy we need for... there we go. A little bit more energy. We're just scraping by. It's hard to re-roll the shop because it's expensive. Okay, but there's +1 to all die faces. It's kind of a shame to waste 1 point on this, but we need more rolls. So I don't think we can actually roll less than a 9 at this point. So we should be getting 4 energy every time we roll, but we need more than that. Okay, here's ×6 for the epic for the light side, so it can roll no less than 1610. That corresponded to both sides anyway. Okay, I gotta re-roll this. Does one of these give us energy? It does not, but we could buy this. That's +1 to all the die faces. This one, light dark tiles have a 10% chance of doubling their value. Yes. We need to keep going. It's costing 7 energy to get 1 dice roll. It costs 3 just to refresh the shop. Epic would have been so much better, but I'll take anything. I'm desperate. I'm basically turning a bunch of 10s into 11s, and I think we only have to go 20 spaces to get energy naturally out of the game. So that's perfectly fine, and we'll turn a 14 into a 15. Okay, we need some luck here. Okay, that gave us lots of everything. We can re-roll the shop. No dice rolls, which is really annoying. I'm straight up going to re-roll the shop very riskily here. Still no dice rolls. All right. We're going so far. Well, there's 19 energy. That gave us a few more rolls and enough to re-roll the shop, and no dice rolls. There's a +1 there. That's not enough to turn this around yet. But we did get some energies. Both sides need some help, but I'm just going to go like that, and like that. And then, well, they're rolling no less than 2200 × 4. We're managing to get some energy going for sure. Not as much as we need, but we're getting something. Since the light side needs a little help, we're going to multiply that. That hit both sides, so 2700 × 4 is the least we can get. Now we have the Book of Multiplication. We can either have dark or light tiles having a 10% chance of doubling their value. It's not going to matter. We're playing both sides pretty evenly. Rolls now cost 8 energy, so like that was a lot, but that only gave us 2 rolls. There is another piece for the die faces, so that gives +1 to all, so we can go even further per roll. But at the rate it's going, we are running out quickly. We're getting energy every single roll, but it's not enough to keep us going. Oh, I guess upgrades in the shop cost 35% less, but I don't know. It's going to be tough to actually make it there, because I think that actually ran us out. We got 1585 and fizzled out. Always an energy problem. A really good dark tile run going on. We have a 70% chance to roll a dark tile. Every time we roll 3 dark tiles, we get 2 energy. Also, when we roll higher than 6, we gain 4 energy. When we go 100 tiles, we gain 20 energy. And we have a 5% chance of rolling a 20, plus our die are already getting very much in shape for what we need. Look at all those 7s. And we're 730, but we've got 31 spins and we're putting them back on quite quickly. So I just need to eliminate the light tiles altogether with a few more good upgrades. But we're going to buy a rare here. I want to turn the 1 into a 2. I just hate rolling 1s. It feels like the most useless thing in the world. Also, the light tiles are effectively garbage at this point, but I might upgrade them once it's probably a good idea just so they're not completely useless. Upgrades are feeling pretty cheap at this point with the amount of energy we're getting and everything, so I might as well not have the whites rolling too many ones. Because before you know, you got 35 energy anyway, and all sorts of rares that we can use to upgrade the darks. And we're getting so many darks in a row at times that it's just turning into an absurd amount of energy. The lights are rolling 2s, the darks are rolling into the hundreds at this point. We're going to go ahead and upgrade the shop again anyway, that way we can get something like these epic rolls, and there is a 20 roll. That was huge for us because it got us really far and got us lots of energy and points. A roll like that is really good for everything. Then we're up so all the dies can get upgraded once. There's another 10% for the dark tiles, so there's a 75% chance of rolling dark tiles. And 3 in a row definitely feels good because of our energy levels. We got 30 rolls now, and the longer this goes on, the more rolls we should get back. We're going to upgrade our die again, so we're going even further. And every time we roll the die, another is rolled as well. So we're going to get the higher of the 2 rolls. So chances are we're going to roll 9 every time. And the higher the die goes, the more likely we are to roll the higher rolls. So we're going to really start making some distance, so I need to keep the die rolls going higher and higher. So, and there's a 20 roll. Those should go often more often too, actually, because of the way things are structured. Because we're always going to roll 2 dice, so we basically get 2 times whatever chance to roll the 20. So we have a 10% chance of rolling a 20. And even if we're not, we're probably rolling about 10. And there's a type of shop we like to see. There's another few percent going towards rolling dark tiles only. The next 5 upgrades in the shop are free, so hopefully by the time we get there, we can upgrade the shop to its max level, then we'll get some max level upgrades for free. We're up to 41 rolls. Basically, all I'm going to do now is try and save up 8,000 to upgrade the shop. I guess even if we buy the shop, get the free things first, we don't have to buy it until the shop is upgraded, because either way I'm going to buy the 10% there, so we have a 90% chance of rolling dark tiles, so the lights are pretty much eliminated. I'm going to upgrade the shop right now. There's nothing there that's particularly good, so we're going to do that. And there's a 20 roll. We have gone 1,219 spaces. We got 47 rolls left, and we're constantly putting on energy. Well, there's an epic, an epic, an epic, and an epic, all for free, and we're going to keep on going. So the darks roll expected 480, the max is 840 currently, and that's only going to get better. I don't know which one's more expensive, so we're just going to put those on there, 10% of the rare, so we have a 95% chance of rolling dark tiles. And we're getting so many points every round. We don't even have any multipliers currently. What we do have is a lot of everything else. So the white tiles have officially gone extinct. There's a 100% chance to roll dark tiles. So all we gotta do is worry about one side of the upgrades, which is really easy. So they now expect to roll 744, and this is where the multipliers might get a start. We're going to go the sparkly route. Light and dark tiles have a 10% chance of doubling their value, while wiggle dark tiles. Also, we're going to increase our die rolls. They're rolling basically no less than 6. And every time we roll higher than a 6, we gain 4 energy. Wow, we have 66 energy. Okay, that put us up to 58 rolls, so we're doing something right. Also, here's the epic we need, so now we can never roll less than a 6, so we're getting 4 energy per turn no matter what. We got 12 energy that turn, and much more there. At this point, I think we might basically be doing a victory lap. But we're going to keep rolling in, just make this as ridiculous as we can. Because we got lots of epics showing up in a shop. That was a 20 roll, I'm pretty sure. There's also a ×6 multiplier for the darks. So dark tiles now have a 10% chance of doubling their value. I'm pretty sure I'm up to 69 rolls. I'm pretty sure we might get back over 100, which is fun, because you're not supposed to do that. The average roll is 992 at this point, and we're rolling that many times, plus 8, so the average is now 1248. And we're up to 72, 73 rolls, and yeah, there's 2 ×6 multipliers, so we're just going to go ahead and buy both of those now. The average is 1716. Well, shops, upgrades in a shop are going to cost 35% less moving forward, and that's good because I was starting to feel like we can't afford anything. We're up to 80 rolls. Refreshing a shop now costs 4 energy. I think we're going to focus a lot on die rolls, but also still just dark tiles anyway. It doesn't really matter what we do at this point, I'm pretty sure we've won. There's 2 more epics, so our average roll is 2500, the max of 3400, and those have a chance of doubling, and we're rolling a lot. Well, before we buy any more shop upgrades, we'll get this, so everything's 35% cheaper. So we'll buy another epic upgrade for really cheap, we'll buy another multiplier for fairly cheap, that's going to give us more die rolls, 4 energy, the shop's refreshed, we're going to buy more to all die faces, and more to all die faces again. By the time we hit 2500, we might be in kind of a strange place. The rares at this point cost about as much as the epic. They're probably pretty close in usefulness right now anyway. We're officially over 100 rolls again. Usually you're kind of getting down to the wire by the end or long before it, but we're thriving. We're actually making rolls back. Okay, there's 32 energy, 106 rolls. We're going to re-roll the shop anyway. What happens if we buy one of these out of curiosity? Nope, still there's a 100% chance to roll a dark tile. That's perfectly fine by me. Even that's a pretty good one to add to, like, it's going to multiply lights, it doesn't matter, but it'll also help the darks, which clearly needs some help. So we've refreshed the shop 50 times in one run. We are up to, I can't see past my achievement, 110. There's a times 6 for the darks, average is 6,000. And we get this fun thing. Also, before doing that, we're getting more dice rolls. And refreshing the shop and getting higher dark rolls. We're going to refresh the shop again, getting more dark. And we're going to refresh the shop again and buy 6 times dark plus 8 plus, we can't afford upgrades. Although the average is about 8,000 with the max being 10,000 currently. Double the value of all dark tiles, yes. Rolls cost 20 energy. That's more than okay because, well, there's 2 rolls and there's another 2.5 rolls. Even at this ridiculousness that it is, we're actually making energy back. So I'm just going to continue to buy dark rolls and, well, yeah, this is essentially a victory lap. We're going to touch the far side of the universe with these numbers. I don't even know if these upgrades are doing anything anymore. We've got well over 1 million points and more than enough energy. But you can never have too much of a good thing. I do think we just hit an achievement for getting a single roll of over 50,000, which just means one of our good tiles got doubled. There's a times 6 times, we don't need to buy the times 1, that seems kind of silly at this point, but we'll buy all the epics we see, especially when they're times 6 multiplier, because I think we're up to 82 overall, so the max we can roll is 35,000, and that can double, so that's feeling pretty good. I like how the die, starts saying the number that it is, like that's a 20, now it's a 21. And we actually have a chance to roll a 20, so if that rolls, that's actually less sometimes than what it could be. That's actually turning into a bad thing for us. We're getting like 30-40 energy per average per roll. So I think we're quite comfortably going to hit 2,500. Not only that, we're going to do it with $5 million in the bank, which does sound like a lot, but compared to how expensive these are basically $1 million each anyway, so it's not nearly the fun that it seems like. But the die is up to 20s. We have 123 rolls. We have more than where we started. Way more than where we started.